Ladies, gentlemen, and economic agents who occasionally misplace their rational calculators, welcome to the stage dedicated to the quirks of human behavior, a mystical land crafted by Richard H. Thaler in his masterpiece, Misbehaving, the Making of Behavioral Economics. We're about to embark on a journey through the top 10 insights that this book has to offer, seasoned with wit, wisdom, and a touch of rogue economic banter. So buckle up your mental seatbelts. We're about to crash the conventional market of ideas. 1. Sunk costs are sunk for a reason, but our brains didn't get the memo. Imagine you've bought tickets for a movie. Halfway through, you realize the plot is as tangled as headphones in a pocket. The acting is as convincing as a toddler proclaiming they didn't eat the cookie. Yet you stay seated. Why? Thaler tells us it's because of the sunk cost fallacy. We struggle to cut our losses, believing that because we've spent money, we must extract value from our investment, even when it's as painful as stepping on a Lego. The rational agent, an ephemeral creature in economic myths, would scoff and leave. But not us, oh no. We are the watchers of terrible movies, the holders of worthless stocks, the eaters of stale popcorn. We are human. 2. The endowment effect, or why you overvalue that ugly lamp Aunt Edna gave you. Thaler uncovers the emotional cling wrap called the endowment effect. It's the reason you can't part with your high school jersey or that hideous lamp you won at a raffle. And it's not just about sentiment. This effect tricks our brains into believing that once we own something, it's suddenly imbued with more value, like it's been kissed by Midas himself. Ever tried to sell something on eBay for way more than it's worth because it's yours? That's the endowment effect, inflating your price tag with a balloon of delusion. 3. Humans, predictably irrational and proud. Our third insight delves into the heart of predictably irrational behavior. We're like algorithms written by a drunk programmer. Thaler shows us that we're so consistently inconsistent that this very inconsistency can be mapped and charted like the stars in the sky. You think you're special and mysterious? Well, think again. There's a good chance economists can predict your next bout of irrationality with the precision of a Swiss watch crafted by confused cuckoos. 4. There's no such thing as a free lunch, except when there is. Nothing is free, they say. There's always a catch, they warn. But Thaler winks at us as he debunks this dour dictum. The power of free is a force that shatters the very foundation of classical economics. Give a human a choice between something for free and something that costs even a smidgen, and watch the free option transform into the sirens, luring Odysseus' crew to a fiscally responsible shipwreck. 5. Choice architecture, or the art of herding cats. Thaler introduces us to the grand architect behind the scenes, choice architecture. Choice architects are the puppeteers who shape our decisions without our conscious consent. They're the ones who arrange the salad bar, so we grab the lettuce before the bacon bits, the wizards who cast complex spells that lead us to pick healthier options, retirement plans, or even to become organ donors. It's nudging without the annoying elbow, and Thaler is the Gandalf of this wizarding economic world. 6. Self-control of marshmallows and men. Remember the marshmallow test where kids had to resist eating a fluffy cloud of sugar to get more later? Adults are no different, except our marshmallows are pensions, exercise, and binge-watching series. Thaler brings self-control, or often the lack thereof, into sharp relief. We're at constant war with our future selves, and it's a battle often fought with the discipline of an overcaffeinated squirrel. 7. The stock market, a wild safari through the jungles of irrational exuberance. Enter the stock market, an environment that's more Jumanji than Wall Street. Thaler illustrates this landscape where emotions herd investors like wildebeest being chased by lions, where bubbles inflate not with helium, but with collective delusion. Stocks tumble and soar on currents of mood far more often than should be possible in a world ruled by rational financial models. 8. Fairness. More than just a playground concept. Thaler takes us back to the sandbox where fairness ruled supreme. He argues that this juvenile concept of mine and play nice stick with us into adulthood, influencing markets in profound ways. Ever paid more for something simply because paying any less would feel like thievery? Ever tipped generously despite service that resembled a snub by a haughty cat? That's fairness, hardwired into our economic DNA to the dismay of cold calculus and ice vein deficiency. 9. Decision making, the devil wears Prada and choice overload. Fashion isn't the only realm of overwhelming choice. Thaler shows that we're faced with an abundance of choice nearly everywhere we turn. The result? Paralysis, analysis, indecisiveness dressed to the nines in anxiety. The solution isn't more options, it's better options. Simple, refined, and tailored like Meryl Streep in a power suit. 10. The machine called market, more Rube Goldberg than fine-tuned engine. Our final insight into Thaler's treasury is that markets are not the finely tuned V12 engines we're led to believe. Instead, they resemble Rube Goldberg contraptions, complex, unwieldy, but undeniably engaging. They misbehave, they cough, they splutter, and just when you think they'll break down, they chug on with charming unpredictability, much like us. In conclusion, Misbehaving, the making of behavioral economics, isn't just an exploration of our economic idiosyncrasies. It's a looking glass, peering into the soul of human decision-making. Richard H. Thaler is our Lewis Carroll, and we have all tumbled down the rabbit hole to find not wonderland, but truth. A truth that's less about sense and more about sensibility. So, next time you catch yourself committing an economic faux pas, remember, it's not misbehaving, it's merely being human. And in this flawed, beautiful human condition lies the key to understanding not just markets, but ourselves. Thank you, and remember, the economy may misbehave, but learning about it doesn't have to be a misdemeanor.